Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in to another episode of WolfPack Roundtables, and today we're reviewing the next Rebels episode. Though it's not out, it's only available on the Disney XD app. This is kind of a trend that I think they're going with now, where we have an episode broadcast on TV, and then the next week we have the Disney XD app uploading the next week's ones. It's very confusing.
And I'm wondering how long it's going to go on for, because I don't think they're going to do this throughout the entire season.
I don't think so either. But I'm Corey, of course, and we also have Logan here.
Hey, everybody. And that's it.
That's it today.
That's all we got.
All we got today. Yep. So we just want to say we appreciate all of your guys' feedback on our roundtables. They have been our most successful podcasts to date, so thank you very much. We hope you appreciate these reviews as much as we love Rebels and reviewing it. Yeah, so this episode, it's either, now depending on how you put them in episode order, this is either episode number 2, episode number 4, or episode number 5. It's so weird the way this stuff is labeled. I'm going with episode 4 because that's kind of what Freddie Prinze Jr., who we interviewed, kind of said that that's what he sees it as, so that's what I'm going to go with. StarWars.com has it. Oh wait, they don't even have it up yet. So, but they will have it up as episode 2. I can't deal with that. So this is episode 4 for me. So, where do we begin with this one? I did advertise that there were 2 Clone Wars characters in here, and it's not what you think it is. I know everybody actually thought we're seeing characters. We are seeing them, but not in the way you think it is. I posted on there that we see 2 Clone Wars characters in it. Now, we don't see them in the flesh, but we still see them, and we still got a pretty good idea of how the series is going to put them in it. Did you catch that off the bat?
Nope, I didn't even notice it in this clip. I noticed it in some other pictures beforehand, which, what are they basically? Just Sabine's drawings?
Yeah, they're... Here, let me turn the screen share on.
Yeah, show those off, because I didn't realize them until you sent them to me.
Yeah, so here we have a picture. It's super zoomed in, so it's not showing the whole thing. I'll show the whole thing in a second. But as you can see, we got Cad Bane and Embo drawn on there. So these are 2 Clone Wars characters I was talking about. Now, the reason I'm saying that this is pretty important for Rebels is Sabine obviously knows who they are. Okay, if she's drawing them, she's not just making up some, bounty hunters. She knows who they are. So it's kind of cool to see that we're seeing both Cad Bane and Embo in here, and we'll probably see them sometime down the series. It's kind of cool that Embo has like some blasts come out of his blaster, shots. I don't know. So, you can see Cad Bane's hat there, and it's really cool. I'm glad that they're incorporating little things like this for fans. It's really cool. I like it.
Yeah, it's cool. I didn't notice it at first though. It was pretty hard to notice in the episode when I was just watching it. But now that you pointed out, yeah, I think it is important that she knows who these people are.
Right. Instead of it's just somebody she kind of.
Yeah, it's not like here's a this Cad Bane dude. He kind of looks like the Clone Wars one, but no, it's she knows who Cad Bane is.
Right, and that's really cool. I have a feeling we'll be seeing him not soon, not season 1, but down the line we'll see them, because you got to think. Me and Logan were actually predicting about this earlier. We're thinking Rebels will run for a good 5 seasons, each season showing each year up to A New Hope. So you got 5 seasons to fill those in there. If they do 5 seasons, you got so many opportunities to put different characters in it, whether it's from the original trilogy, Clone Wars, the prequels, even the EU. So. Sorry, Legends, as it's now called, which is fine. I'm sure they will incorporate EU characters. I mean, we did see some kind of, I guess, Kenner item in the episode, but we'll go over there in a little. Talk about that in a little bit. But let's start screen sharing some of the pictures of the episode, and we'll talk about the scenes and all that. So, this first scene was the beginning, and I gotta say this cracked me up quite a bit. Ezra's trying to use the Force, and it looks like he's raising this soup bowl, and it's actually
that is what it's called. It's called a bowl.
It's I'm forgetting the simple words.
Yep. It's just what happens to us here.
Yeah, this is what happens when it's late at night. But that's okay. So Chopper actually picks up the bowl and. They explain, or Dave Filoni explained that in Rebels, Chopper and Ezra kind of have this very prankster style to both of them, and that's what makes them get along so much. So it's kind of funny that this is kind of the first thing we see him really, prank Ezra with, and I thought that actually cracked me up. Again, Rebels humor is funny. It's not just stuff that is there. It's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What'd you think about this? I thought it was.
I loved it because from the other episodes, I wasn't really feeling how Chopper would act, as much. But in this, it kind of highlighted his character a little bit more.
It did, and I'm excited to see where he goes. Through the whole process of. Well, I was about to say rebelhood, but we will have to see. So that was a good scene. Somebody brought this up not too long ago. I forget who put this on Facebook, but this is kind of what we should have seen with little Anakin, like him using the Force like this, kind of, in Episode 1. And I really like how they're doing that with Ezra, where he's got this Force, and he's just constantly using it, and he doesn't know what he's really doing.
He's trying to use it. He's trying to learn. He's
right.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to see that process.
Absolutely, and that's something that I think is going to be really cool when Rebels ends, and where he is at that point. And we can look back on these episodes. This episode is more of a heartfelt episode. Plot-wise, it's pretty simple plot-wise, which is fine. You need those episodes, like Freddie Prinze Jr. said on our interview. You need those levity episodes, and it's totally true. Because next week's episode is going to deal with some heavy themes. So
yeah, you need something a little more fluff-like that's going to let you get used to the characters, get to know them a little better before they go through the traumatic events that might be coming up. It's just something that cartoons do.
Yep, definitely. And next week's episode is Rise of the Old Masters, I think it's called. Yeah, I'm excited for that one. Well, if Disney XD, like the app, actually uploads it, next week technically is this week's episode on TV. But anyways, so yeah, the next scene that we got, which I thought was, you get to see Ezra kind of, his crush on Sabine coming out a little more.
But it wasn't too painful. That's what I was kind of afraid of, and I think we were all a little afraid of.
Yeah.
We saw that in the book. Like, uh-oh. He's going to have a crush on Sabine. He's going to be hitting on her the whole time,
I was kind of scared that that's, like you said, that's how it was going to go, where it's just this really dumb crush, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense. But it's okay. I can deal with it. It's not bad, like you said. It's kind of funny at times.
It's kind of funny. I like it at this point. It's not bad yet. And I think they'll do a good job of keeping it, from getting to that point.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like this shot of Sabine here because you can really see some of her armor detail. You have like the and anybody who's listening to this on iTunes, we broadcast this through YouTube, so that's the reason we're actually showing the images. But in this image, you get to see Sabine's armor like in full HD, so that's kind of cool. You get the wolf on the side of her arm guard there. I think that's what it's called.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it looks really cool. She's got the rebellion symbol on her chest, which looks really cool. That's the Phoenix Rebel symbol, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm excited to see how like her armor changes throughout the seasons, like Dave said it was. That's gonna be pretty cool. I can see definitely some old Mandalorian style. Maybe she's gonna kind of get like a Bo-Katan type serious outfit at some point.
I can see that, yeah.
That'd be cool. But the main thing about this episode is Ezra and Zeb's friendship kind of developing, which I'm so glad they did this, where they're always at odds, and it's good to show where they start translating into friends, because sometimes when shows leave that out and they become friends automatically, it's really confusing as to why that just suddenly happened overnight.
I think that was the main purpose for this episode.
Right. You get to see kind of their bonding over it, and that's cool. Really like it. This specific scene, again, Chopper up to no good, tries to shock Ezra, and at first, they both go into Ezra's room, and Zeb is sleeping, and he's basically warning Ezra not to wake him up, and of course Chopper has to throw Electro Bolt right at Ezra. Ezra dodges it, and as you can see, it hits Zeb, and Zeb's not too happy about that, so that was really funny. Again, Chopper cracks me up. Awesome character. Really like Chopper.
And Zeb's dialogue was great, actually.
Oh, it was. Steve Bloom, just that accent, I just love it so much. It's awesome. So right here, you see Zeb about to swing at Ezra, but Ezra's kind of, that's the thing I like about Ezra. He's kind of saying, "Look, I saved your life. You really gonna hit me?" So that was awesome. Really like that. Zeb's outfit, you can see from the back, just looks really cool. He's got some sort of emblem, I think, on his arm there. I'm not exactly sure, like the shin guard for his arm, but maybe it's just patterns. I don't know.
Mm.
So I think it's pretty cool. Zeb is my favorite personally, and then Kanan. Logan was saying earlier that it's hard to decide from both of them.
Yeah.
But they're both definitely really cool. So, and basically, they're just trolling around, and this is a better shot of Sabine walking away from her cabin where you can see Cad Bane and Embo quite clearly, which I thought was awesome.
Mm.
I'm excited if they show her full room, what everything is drawn on there, because we only saw like half that wall, and we don't really know what her entire corridors look like. So, who knows? Maybe we could see some familiar faces in there, like a familiar Dathomir, Darth Maul, possibly. I don't know. That's stretching.
I hadn't thought about that before. That'd be pretty cool, actually.
It's stretching it, but I think it'd be kind of cool where she looks through archives of different things from back then and she paints them on her wall. Maybe that's how she got the design for Cad Bane and Embo. I doubt it. I mean, she's a Mandalorian. I would assume she probably, met them at some point. So we'll see that more as the show goes on and see what characters pop up. I mean, we've already gotten a lot of cool characters pop up, like yours truly, Obi-Wan.
Mm.
Why did you say yours truly? I'm sorry. I mean your favorite.
Oh, no,
Sorry, you're not Obi-Wan.
I'm not Obi-Wan.
um,
You don't want to sell me death sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life.
So here is Hera gets really, really mad at them, and
she does look ticked off in that picture. Yeah, that's a good screenshot.
She's pissed, and she basically says to Zeb and Ezra, "Get out." And that's the thing that cracks me up about the show is those funny moments like that where she kind of gets them on a wild goose chase to find a fruit. I think we've seen a fruit episode before somewhere.
Where could that be?
We did see a episode of Clone Wars where 3PO and R2 had to find fruit. Now, while that one wasn't the best, this one was good. So
this one was better than the fruit there.
Yeah, that was one of the more weaker Clone Wars stories, but I still liked it.
It was a fluff one, but it was fun as well.
Yeah,
it wasn't terrible.
No, there's only one arc in Clone Wars that I think we can all honestly say it was terrible, which is the droid arc. I apologize. I think every episode in Clone Wars, this is going off topic real quick, but every episode in Clone Wars is awesome, just like Rebels is. But you're gonna hit some of those episodes where it's more for younger viewers, which is okay. I understand they had to put in that arc with the droids because you're dealing with some crazy heavy themes in that season. So I guess it makes sense in that aspect. We don't have to like every single arc. So
exactly.
I still love Clone Wars. I'm excited to see characters appear in it.
You sound like you're trying to tell Rebels or Clone Wars. It's okay. Rebels is awesome, but I still like you, Clone Wars. It's okay.
You can hear the challenge in my voice, yeah. So, Zeb and Ezra go into the town, and basically Ezra thinks he can steal fruit, and he tries to use the Force, and it doesn't work, so he actually goes, actually it does work, but the Stormtrooper stopped it, which I think is kind of funny, the crate's moving, and the Stormtrooper's just like, nah, just down. But in this shot, you see Zeb stealing a TIE fighter, which we saw a preview for this at San Diego Comic-Con, where he steals a TIE fighter, and man, I love hearing that noise of the TIE fighters. It's so cool.
It's so iconic,
I love it.
Great.
Oh, man. Now, one thing that you'll notice in a few more pictures, I think they used a stylized version of somebody from Clone Wars, but we'll see. We'll show that in a second.
I'm interested. I don't know about this.
Nice. And here's the return of is it Baron Rudmore or something like that?
Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah, so it's the return of him. He's back. He seems to be like kind of the not too smart Imperial. uh, which is funny. He's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling we'll be seeing a lot more of him. He's kind
I
of
like
like,
his attitude. I like the attitude he's got.
yeah, yeah. It's cool to see a TIE fighter pilot without his helmet. We get a sense of who they are, so
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of cool. I'm sure he will be killed off though at some point.
I'm
So,
sure.
um, next scene, of course, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Zeb steals a TIE fighter because Zeb is freaking awesome. He just freaking throws Baron Rudmore out of the freaking
Mm.
you know
You gotta think
cockpit.
some ribs were broken in that process, you know?
Absolutely, I don't even know if he's alive because we see him stand back up?
I don't remember.
He's dead.
Now, did he kill some of these stormtroopers with the TIE fighter or not? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those two we're seeing there are dead. I'm pretty sure they're dead.
I think they went down and they didn't stand back up, so I just presume that means they're dead.
Yeah. uh, I would assume so. So here we get a very A New Hope vibe, like kind of like Luke's farm, but this is obviously in Lothal, and this is the stylized Clone Wars character I was talking about. He's like Ezra's parents' friend. The only reason I say he looks a little bit like Clone Wars is just the beard, and I don't know. It pops out Clone Wars to me. I'm not sure why, but
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't know.
I can't
But
say it looks more Clone Wars-y than the rest of Rebels. I mean, they all kind of seem a little similar to me, just less angular, you know?
right, absolutely. So here, you can see right on the ground. You get the troop transports. We finally get to see them. These are the old Kenner toys, and I love it so much. They're so cool.
They look awesome in the show.
They do, and our
I
friend
would say
Jason,
Yak Face. Yeah, Jason.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he posted he posted
You posted a size comparison between the new troop transport that's coming out from Hasbro and the one in the show, and the toys are quite a bit smaller. I don't think that's a
yeah, it
really
is.
smaller than the troop transport in the show. You know, it's
Yeah,
eh.
I agree,
If that
but
bugs you, it's gonna bug you. You know.
yeah, it doesn't really bug me all that much because I'm not gonna. I don't think I'll put any troopers in it. I'm just gonna kind of have it there.
Mm.
So
Yeah, the toy looks a little silly with the troopers sticking out that much.
yeah, it would be kind of cool if down the line they release like one of their bigger vehicles with one of these, and I can see them doing that for sure.
Mm.
Pack of stormtroopers. Oh wait, we're talking about Hasbro. Sorry, that's never gonna happen.
Oops. Ooh, yeah, no, we don't get things we like from Hasbro.
Sorry, were those Rebels figures? Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're supposed to be shipping?
I don't think
Where
so.
are they?
So we got the return of this dude.
Oh yeah, he was a returning character, right?
Yeah, he was in Spark of Rebellion, where they're chasing, the speeders, and I think they run into him. So maybe he's recovering from.
Hey, didn't he fall over or something?
Yeah, he's recovered from his broken ribs. Somebody mentioned that it looks a lot like Lux. I do not see it at all, but
Nah, can't see it.
I don't think Lux is gonna. Well, he could be. Who knows? I just love that shininess of the Stormtrooper armor. Now, what's going on here in this scene is this dude is going to Ezra's parents' friend and basically saying, "You're gonna give us that farm."
Mm-hmm. Well, earlier they offered to buy it, but now they're not interested in buying anymore. You know.
Man, when exactly when the Imperials say we're gonna buy this, you let them buy it or you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I had to take a screenshot of this because those stormtroopers almost look like a combination of sand troopers because they look kind of dirty.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was really cool.
Well, they did.
Yeah, it's very cool. I just love the shininess of stormtrooper armor. It's so cool. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I also love the clanking of it. They really captured the original OT vibe to it.
Sounds more impressive than the actual stormtroopers at Star Wars weekends, where they sound like a trash can shuffling along.
Oh, well, yeah.
Some things don't translate to real life.
Not all the time. But I will say, some of the 501st Legion guys have good armor that sound cool, and
Yeah, some of their armor sounds better. Yeah, I'm just talking the Star Wars Weekend stuff.
All right. Okay. I gotta say, this is in the troop transport. I don't think these are ATDP pilots because in the ATDP pilots, I think they have a blue tint to their top of their helmet, and it's whiter. So I think these are troop transport pilots. I could be wrong. I'm gonna have to go back and look at comparisons of both of them, and we'll talk more about that on this Friday show. But I don't know. I kind of feel like there's a difference between them. It could be just the lighting, but they look significantly different to me. I don't know why. I don't know. What do you think? I mean,
I gotta agree. They don't totally look the same. There seems like there's something a little off.
yeah, hold on.
In a good way.
Let me look it up.
But speaking of the lighting, I gotta say this looks great.
Oh yeah.
I can't complain in any way how this show looks. It looks amazing.
Oh yeah. I agree. Yep. I am pulling up an image of the ATDP pilot, and yeah, I don't think this is the ATDP pilot. Nope. These are definitely troop transport pilots.
So there's a trooper variant already.
That's awesome.
I like it.
That.
I approve.
Yeah, and here the troop transport has, or no, the ATDP pilots, which I just saved to my computer. I guess they don't. Oh, here we go. Ah, what?
That didn't quite work.
Okay, they don't want to show his full body, but you can kind of tell the top. He's got a white helmet, not a gray one.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a difference, which is awesome. I hope they release those, because hey, the more troopers, the better, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was awesome to see. Now at this point, Zeb and Ezra have already gone to the TIE Fighter, and I think one thing that was cool was before the TIE Fighter, like, they were shooting. When Ezra, I wasn't breaking up. That was. I wasn't pronouncing words right. When Ezra goes into the TIE Fighter, Zeb's like, okay, now I'm saving your life. You better say that. We're even, and they were even, and there's this part where they like blast fruits all over, onto their window shield, their thing that they can see through. So their window. So I'm sorry, it's late. So when that does happen, there's a point where they're about to crash into like a building, and Ezra uses the Force, and he can't see anything, and he says, turn left, and they survive, and that was so cool. That was like a Luke Skywalker, with the mask on moment.
Mm-hmm. Even though there isn't a whole lot of... It shows that even though there isn't a whole lot of plot going on for the overall story, Ezra's still learning the Force, and he's still getting used to it and figuring it out more.
Right, exactly. So in this shot, you get to see Ezra trying to rescue his friend, which is the one in the middle. I think that's his wife, though she seems way too young to be his wife. And then we also have like a Ponda Baba, Aquilish dude. So he looks really depressed.
Yeah, you would be too if you were in a troop transport.
I think so. And so you can tell how big that these doors are compared to the Hasbro one. I mean, look how big it is. Like they look small in there.
Mm-hmm. Their arms aren't sticking out.
Right. So Ezra uses the Force to open it up. He presses a button. As you can see, that red button there, he uses the Force to open it. They get out, which is awesome. Though my question was, the Empire's going to come after them now, so they're not really safe. They just got out of this one.
I would have liked Ezra to drop a line like, go here, or go to this place, go to this location, something, just so they're not stranded in the middle of a field.
Yeah, they're. The next episode we're gonna find out they're dead. Definitely.
Oh no, that's getting dark.
Mm-hmm. Totally agree. So here we have an image of the stormtroopers about to execute Ezra, but of course Ezra does his little jump thing and uses the Force to escape there.
This
looks like Logan.
I want to do this with the troop transport.
Oh man, that would be cool if the freaking thing had a top.
Oh wait, it doesn't, does it?
Nope.
Oh, you ruined my dreams. Thanks a lot, Hasbro.
Hasbro.
I haven't
We'll
even
talk.
looked at the troop transport vehicle that much.
Yeah, I'll mention Rebels figures at the end of this. We'll talk a little bit about that real quick. But here we have, he looks not happy.
Oh, that's a perfect image for a card pack.
That is not happy, Lieutenant. But I want to show just to show you how big that door is on the troop transport. It's freaking huge. I mean, that's Hasbro.
I'm less excited for the troop transport.
Yeah. Okay, I had to take a picture of this image because it looked really cool. Stormtrooper just kind of chilling, firing his blaster.
He looked. Why do they all look so awesome?
I don't know, but Dave and the team really just have gone.
They nailed it because they
Yeah, totally.
really do.
Oh yeah, they. I don't want to say this on air because I want to get hate for this, but I would go as far as to say is they look better than in the original trilogy sometimes.
They look a little more uniform. I'll give them that because I mean there are the differences like in A New Hope where they didn't necessarily have the budget to make everything exactly the same. So
Right.
certain parts of the armor are different. Helmets are shaped slightly different. Oh,
Right.
this picture is perfect.
Yeah. So this is, I think, this was a heartfelt scene, and this was awesome. This is the type of levity you need in Rebels. And what happened was, so Ezra, he helps his friends, and he goes back into the TIE fighter, and Zeb's like, hey, I heard you collect these. I know you collect these, so here you go. And he gives Ezra the TIE fighter helmet. And at first Ezra's like, oh no, I have one of those, and then he notices that Zeb's putting on his little kitty ears, and
Mm-hmm.
it was kind of sad. So then Ezra gets all happy about it, and that's the smile on Zeb's face. So that was really cool. I
I'm
love.
saving that picture. I want to get that signed. I just decided right now.
Absolutely, I will send you that screenshot. So
Because that was an adorable moment. And I'm perfectly fine with calling that adorable. It was. Get
yeah,
over it.
it was awesome. I loved it. It was heartfelt. And then here we have a picture of Ezra and holding his helmet, and Zeb determined.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there is one key point I forgot to mention in the episode, and this was freaking awesome. I was so excited when I saw this. It's Kanan and Chopper playing
Oh, yes.
that like
The
game.
Dejaric table.
Yes, the Jarek table, and I don't know, but is this the first time we see them animated? We get a close-up shot of the creatures, which we'll look at in a second, but this was that just another heartfelt moment where you realize they're all normal people, doing normal things,
Mm-hmm.
and this is where Hera kind of regrets sending out, Zeb and Ezra, and then they realize that they're in a TIE fighter when Zeb and Ezra contact them, and it's just a great scene.
Did
I
you
love
get
it.
rid of the tracker?
Yeah. Oh, man, it's so awesome. And it's so funny and it's so awesome too that just the voice acting for everybody fits their characters so good. It's incredible. Incredible casting. So yeah, here's the full animated aliens on the table.
Whatever those things are, I don't even know.
It's like a mix between a pig, a piece of chalk, um, I think like
I'm not even
skeleton.
attempting describing that. No.
Looks like a mutated frog pig. Like somehow Ninja Turtles.
Uh,
That's pretty funny. This I may have to get this signed right here. This is Ezra and Zeb, very Western moment.
see, we're already 4 episodes in, and I have like 8 things I want signed.
Dude, we have too much stuff we need signed. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I really, really love this scene. Love seeing Zeb and Ezra just palling it out. This shot is incredible. Joel Aaron, who lights all this stuff, incredible, dude. Oh man, just for a CGI animated series, this is just
stunning.
awesome.
It is. That is a piece of art right there.
I would like to hang that on my wall.
You could, and it would. It looks amazing. It's just an incredible piece.
It is. So huge props to him and his team for lighting that, and the animation crew. Ugh, just awesome. And they actually managed to get a fruit and give one to Hera. Kanan looks pissed here. But
Her stuff they're supposed to pick up.
uh,
Yeah.
he's basically saying, where's the TIE fighter? And
Okay,
Zeb,
where's the TIE fighter?
Zeb seems all sad. He goes, we crashed it
On purpose.
on purpose. It's awesome. Um, so then we get to see another very funny shot. Sabine does some artwork here of some anime of what happened in one of the scenes where like Ezra goes on a top bunk and the bunk just caves in on poor Zeb. And Chopper right there. That's really cool. I like that.
It is. It's cute. It's funny. It's, my sister laughed, when she saw that. She loved it. Which made me pause it. She could look at it more,
That's incredibly funny. It's just that's the stuff I love seeing in Star Wars. That not only do you have some very serious moments, and believe me, next week I am excited for the heavy episodes, but I'm also very excited for these episodes because you get a sense of the characters, you get more emotion for the characters. So if something happens to them, it's not just you don't know the character, you know them and you feel sorry for them. So that's one thing they excel at. I'm not pronouncing words today. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
They do a amazing job at it.
Yes.
Really
this was one of the ones I forgot to share too. This is where Ezra basically banks to the left, and yeah, that's just such an awesome shot. It's incredible. Yeah, so that's the episode. What do you rate this one out of 10 stars?
Out of 10, well,
I think we're getting some technical issues here. Yeah, you broke up.
Froze.
Yeah.
Lovely. It's not a plot-driven episode, but it's a fun episode. It's good, to just throw on and watch. Watch it with your families. Watch it with your little kids. Watch it with your siblings.
Yeah.
This is one you want to watch with people.
Definitely. I give the episode 9 out of 10.
I'd give it a 9, yeah. I forgot to give it a number, but
yeah.
Definitely a
9. I don't think we've rated the other one, so for me, Spark of Rebellion was 10.
10.
Droids in Distress was 10. So
I'd give Droids in Distress a 9 from me. I'm not quite sure why, but I'm just going with a 9 because that feels right.
Yeah, that's good. The only reason I give this one a 9 is just it's not because of the way the episode was. It's not a plot-driven episode.
It's not a plot-driven episode. Yeah.
9 seems like a fair number for it, and heck, you're 90% from 100%. Okay, so next week's episode, if it does come on the Disney XD app, of course, I'll be reviewing it next Tuesday. But it should be the one where we get to see Luminara and this whole story unravel with the Inquisitor and Kanan. So I'm super, super duper excited for this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe I just said super duper, but I'm very excited for it.
Super duper excited.
Yeah. So if you guys have not yet seen this episode, you need to see it. And if you can't, unfortunately, access it on Disney XD, like I know a lot of you guys can't, wait till next Monday. It's still cool to wait, a week, because it's just as great to see it on TV.
I'm pretty sure that's my dad's plan with it. He's like, you know what? I want to wait and see it on TV.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'll probably throw it on the TV when it airs. Even though I've already seen it, just why not see the new preview for the next episode? And then we'll check the Disney XD app, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. So. What's kind of cool that they're doing with this is they do let you know that's on the app when they release those Rebels recon videos. Is that what it is? Rebel Recon? I think that's what it is.
I believe so. I didn't actually watch it.
Yeah, I watched it. That's how I found out about the app. So the lady who is in the video, she says at the end she says at the end on the Disney XD app there's a new Rebels episode. So.
Okay.
I will try to learn her name next time, and we won't call her the lady. So I apologize.
I'll watch it next time.
Yeah, it's cool. Real quickly, I want to bring up that you guys need to be checking your stores for this little ounce of hope. My Walmart restocked, and they have a section for Star Wars Rebels figures. Check. and if they don't come out, which I'm not expecting them to, because I
I
just
don't
don't
believe it at
expect
this point.
anything.
I
Don't
don't
expect
believe it.
anything from Hasbro anymore.
I can't let myself believe it.
No, your best option is to buy them from like online at this point. Amazon is shipping the Zeb pack October 23rd. Go buy that from them because you will get that, I'm sure, sooner than those things will hit stores. That's next week. That thing is shipping next week. So you could potentially have a Zeb figure and Stormtrooper in time for the ABC special with Vader in it. So I'm pretty impressive on Amazon's part. They're going to ship it out next Wednesday. Usually takes about 2 days to get somebody's house from Amazon, so you should get it by Friday or Saturday. Definitely do that if you haven't already. They got the Zeb pack up there. They got the R2 and 3PO pack. I've pre-ordered them because I need Rebels figures, and if you want to order the single carded ones, if you want to order Wave 1 of the single carded ones, go to www.dorksidetoys.com, our sponsor. They have most of them up. Same with some Wave 2. And our other sponsor has like the Dread Temple Guard off, which is Beyond Mortality Toys. Go check them out. Great prices on both. So thank you all for tuning in to another Rebels Roundtable. We will be back at you guys next Tuesday with another one, and you can catch our regular show this Friday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern with two special guests. Andy from the Star Wars Rebels Facebook page, which seems very fitting for all this Rebel stuff, and another one of our very good friends, Matilda, who designs our Star Wars shirts and everything from Star Wars design. So we're super thrilled to have them on the show. If you haven't already, check out our Freddie Prinze Jr. interview. That's up on here and iTunes, and I will get this episode on iTunes so you guys can listen to it on the go. Probably will have that up by Friday. So I'm Corey. That's Logan.
Yep, we're out of here.
That's Zeb.
Doing this all for free.
And it glitched up on him. It glitched up on you.
Of course! We're doing this all for fruit. All this is for fruit.
That line.
This is all for fruit.
This is all for fruit. Zeb signing off. Corey signing off. Obi-Wan over on Logan's end.
What? Oh. You're pointing behind you. I'm like, what's behind you? I see a Jabba. I see a Stormtrooper. I don't see Obi-Wan.
Well, because apparently Logan's Obi-Wan, like I called him earlier. So, thank you all for tuning in to another episode. I think that's it. May the Force be with you. Good night.
We're out of here. Bye.